don't look to, play it differently. It's just how the market is telling you, this is where I want to trade and this is where. And let's see if my NQ position is what's it doing. I'm still long for my micro NQ here. And I mean, like I said, I've been discussing this here, and I think it's going to be tough to be a buyer with this market today. NQ, I mean, as soon as it gets to this 96.44, it looks like it wants to dump. Again, I still think that we can play between this high volume node and this high volume node. Anything below it, unless there's momentum that swings it down, I don't see momentum. Like, it's not decent momentum. Like, ES had blocks coming in, and if we just reset the market here again, you know, look, we've got an imbalance here. ES has good buying here. Let's reset, show it to me. Yeah, the only thing with ES is that it's got unfinished auction here. So these are footprint stuff that you want to always make sure this auction is not finished. And look at it, it's just going to continue going down again. I think probably we're going to have to get through this 31. It's just round numbers, but I think we need to get through this to really see if buyers are going to step up. That's why I'm going to be very cautious with my micro NQs here. But look, the idea is still there. This level is holding. I mean, that level has acted as a decent level. I mean, this one will probably act as a decent level. So, you know, this is again June 4th. And, once you refine your entries, you know where order flow is sending you to these areas. I was going to talk about the thing I saw with the 30 print here. Okay, so a decent amount of trade occurred here. So I have this gray thing where it tells me like we had a lot of trade here. Decent uh, limit orders were filled there. You see all these limit orders got a lot of trade occurred at these prices. So it's just basically liquidity that has been consumed here. Decent liquidity going up. I think I have that set up in my market, how you call it? It's the market depth historical graph on Sierra charts. So I just put them in gray to show me trades that are above 340. You can always play around with that. It's just my settings on my 30-minute TPO there, footprint. Great. So again, I try to keep these videos light. Um, uh, this again, that area, I'm stalking this same area here between these two areas. It's been floating between it. I missed selling half of my position here, and I should have done it, but I'm gonna have to be a bit more patient here. Hopefully, we can get closer to this high volume node. I believe market will at least attempt to close the single print that occurred here. So this area now going forward for me is the area to really look at. We had the single print. It seems like the market did not close it. If we do close it, I'm kind of guessing that we're still going to have decent rotations either between this 96.50 and this 96.23. All right, so that's what I'm looking at. The only issue is that ES is not really cooperating. ES has this new area here. So again, now this is for me, I'm just going to keep this level here for now, but this is the level to watch for. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to go here. What is that? 31.06. Single print. Shorts need control below. I'm just going to put that for now. I believe this is going to be the area to look for. 31.06 to 31.10. Anything below this is, in my opinion, shorts are in control. NQ isn't giving me the same thing, but I think this 9650, if we get there, that's where NQ is going to definitely give us a better hint of what's going on. That's why I'm going to be a bit more cautious and a bit more patient with the NQ here. I'm going to give it some room here. I want this to be taken out. Nice trade there. Keep the 3 there. And we're going to have to put some systematic cells around here. I'm going to leave these running. To be honest, I don't have much conviction that it will go, but I'm going to put 1 there and 2 in here. Like I said, it's not the typical market that will just continue going up just because ES is giving um, slightly different stuff here. High volume node, this here is a low volume node. I want this area to be converted into support to go back gradually. I think we've got a very balanced market. You don't want to be too aggressive on the buy side. You don't want to be too aggressive on the sell side. That's how it is, and this is why you need to define these ranges before and know where it could react and where the market could give you uh, two-sided trade basically, right? So I'm gonna go and post this on Twitter because that's exactly what I'm doing. I generally like to go and um, give my thoughts on Twitter. You guys could follow me there. I'm gonna try to keep this video around 1 hour max, so I'm hitting the area where it's around 35 minutes. I will most likely record a continuation of this, and I'm gonna try to have at least a 10 to 15 series of videos like this where I could, show my how you call it, my trading ideas and the playbooks that I play with, the way I want to trade, what I look for. And I'll go and copy this into Twitter. We are June 4th, 2020. Okay, so 3 contracts long on ES here. All right, here's the mentality. We've got a low volume node. This 04 looks like it wants to hold. If I can ride it up to the 06s, 7s a bit, I saw some good buying coming in. Just gonna put 1 contract, 2 contract. Maybe it's gonna stop me out. It didn't stop me out, so I'm gonna go with that for now. I have 2 contracts, 1 left, and yeah, I didn't get enough. This 0475 was tough to, we're stuck in that zone. So I said, look, let me play it safe. Um, Now it's tough because it's a very small range. You don't want to be too aggressive there. I just basically played it on this dome here. I mean, looking at buyers coming in at that. I mean, now it's gone. That strength has gone away in a bit. But if you can reset, if we reset here, if we reset the whole dome again, this is all about context. Just playing this low volume area here, playing this little range. It's again, this comes with experience and seeing these things very quickly. I saw that and I said, let me, you know, look for an attempt to, play a small range here. It was really just a basic dome thing here, and it was okay. It wasn't the best trade of the day, let's say, but I mean, if you're able to make, you know, $75 out of that anytime, any day, you want to basically do that. Look at this. 0475 is very key here. Uh, it's just been absorbing. It's been in a level where we're really seeing this 02, 04. It's just been buying, and I've been noticing it. The thing is, there's not decent momentum to just lift us up, and MQ is doing its own thing. It's tough when you have weird correlations like this, and I mean, MQ is getting to a level, again, it's very, very balanced here. I mean, you really need to play the extremes. You don't want to be you want to be nimble, let's say. You don't want to be too aggressive trying to get shorts or trying to go long. Uh, it could, ES could basically just hover around this level, and I think 3110, 3106 is the zone it's going to hover around. If it can't get above 3110, I'm going to say sellers are going to are going to take control of the day for the next couple of days. Quickly, something that I haven't looked at, but yesterday's value was here. Today's value is almost at the same level. If you look at it on a value perspective, so this is yesterday's value up to here, and look where today's value is. You know, overlapping slightly lower, but nothing extreme, you know, and that's where it's a balanced market. That right there tells you that it's a balanced market. No, nothing to be very, you know, no need to over complicate that. It's a balanced market, and you know, again, this 75 has really got something. It buyers can't get above it. I just want them to get above it, retest it, because most likely they will do that. They won't just fly from here, because it's a high volume node here. We've been really playing around it for a while. Again, that was NQ, but same thing with the ES. It's a high volume node, and if you look at it on a chart here, this is the 15-second chart on ES, and you know that's been the level where shorts wanna take control below this, and I think again 3110 to 3106 is the level it's gonna probably rotate around, and that's what I wanted to show you here. So I did mention that 3110 here. It's unbelievable how the market functions almost exactly with these levels. Low volume area, come back into this area, this previous area. If this does not hold, I think we'll at least retest this here. I mean, again, shorts needed to take control here. This single print that, you know, basically failed here. I mean, unbelievable, unbelievable. What can I say? I think uh, I mentioned it several times. Same thing with NQ. Look at this high volume node here, high volume node. Filling in that low volume area is something that I was saying previously. We could basically trade around this for a while. You know, it generally comes back to retest the TPOC, which is the time point of control. This is the most amount of time the market has spent. The price where the market has spent the most amount of time today. Yeah, I'm just gonna reset all this. I've been trading late today. For what is it? For good trades I had. Basically, decent to say. Entries are okay. Not always looking about profits. Don't forget. I think um, best thing is to basically just look for good trades. I'll show you the 4 trades I think here. ES 1127, 1246. These are the basically NQ. That's the amount of time it took. So NQ played that. These were small plays with the ES here. I had I showed you guys before, and this last trade was the 2-minute trade that I did on ES, and you know, I should have concentrated on that because I knew that this 04, if it became a good level to rely on, we could at least go back and retest the higher prices again. So I mean, look, 04 to 10 could have been a nice trade, right? This low volume area. If you look at it here, let's see. In the last, what is this? I period, so last 30 minutes. Let's go into the charts just to see what that did. Uh, you know, 04, right? So that's 04 right there. You see, last it's 2 p.m. We're at 2 p.m. now so 2 p.m. Eastern. You see that 04 became an area where the market wanted to generally just come back, retested so many times. So that 04, 06 here, and then a nice move up like that. You know, that's how you really stock zones. And I think we're going to come back into this area here where market failed several times, and you know, when it failed so many times, this is what it's a stop run. We're gonna bust through this 14, no doubt about it. You know, So I think I'm gonna be less reliant on what I think of the dome. But I mean, look, that 14 is most likely going to be an area that it's gonna bust. You know, I mean, do I want to chase this now? We're at 13. You know, we play very small ranges here. I'm not interested in it just because I don't think it has a huge ton of potential. But let's, if we can get some movement or this range here, we'll try selling some at the 14s. This is the micro, so I think this trade is going to be very, very quick. Let me just show you guys a 30-minute TPO here. Um, Unfinished business at the highs. Oops, nope, nope, that's not what I wanted to. Yeah, here, unfinished business at the highs, unfinished business on the previous candle as well. So this market wants to go higher. From the 14 is definitely going to get. We're definitely going to go through that. So I want to see if I see decent sizes anywhere. The 14 looks like it wants to get protected. Look at the 14, 15s. There's decent size in there. Strangely enough, my what do you call it? Just put this back in. What's going on? Okay. I don't know why that's not working. Let's see. Uh, Trying to try to get some micros in here. Come on. All right. Doesn't want to fill me. That's strange. All right. So decent size coming in 13. All right. I think I need to buy a bit more. I need to size up here. Yeah, we're gonna get a good battle here. This level is gonna be a tremendous battle. Um, so I'm long 5. And look, I need to be cautious because I think this 14 wants to break, but I don't want to buy too much into a little range here. We'll buy a bit more there. Oh, 08s. I mean, I really want the market to come back into this level. That's the open price. So we've been going through the open several times here. Unfinished business at the highs. All right. So that 1375 definitely wants to get a stop run there. If you look at NQ quickly, we're in that volume node, playing it well, the extremes of that volume node. And ES is also playing the extremes of that volume node pretty well too. So if we increase this here, that is it. So I think the 08s, 09s, if we get here, we need to see a 08 low volume node hold for me to keep targeting the 14 level. Okay, just because we have unfinished business doesn't mean we're going to close out right away. So that's a nuance. You always want to, I mean, a lot of traders will look at unfinished business and say, oh, it absolutely has to close, and it does. It doesn't have to absolutely close. I mean, look, it could get to a point where, it could take some time to close. That's very normal. And I'm going to leave it at that for now, and we'll be back. Okay, a little nuance. 0950, you see that here, 804 to 102. The selling is being absorbed by limit orders here on the buy side. So I think buyers have been absorbing this little sell-off that we just recently had. Why is my thing so slow here? Sorry, guys. Okay, yeah, this little sell-off, I think there's good absorption. What is it? 950, 0950, all right? I just have, again, it looks like 0950 has been absorbing. And look at that. Again, 0950, lower prices. Sellers are there, but can't get things going. I might have to be a bit more aggressive here. I'm in. Let's do it. We're aiming that 14 level, all right? Let's see. I have the micros. I have 7 contracts on my micros. I just want to see how this goes with the ES. 1 contract ES, nothing too complicated. The micros are, look at that. Again, that level is being held like a charm. I think we really need to size up here. I'll sell 1 or 2 quickly. if we get a pop. Let me see. Yeah, buyers are stepping in. Yeah, come on, give it to me, baby. This is why this is so important. As soon as you see these things, come on, get it, get it. Let's do it, let's do it. We need a nice pop here. I can sell to there. Worst case, buyers need to push it up here. Okay, here we come. We get some buyers coming in. Buyers are here. Buyers are here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Go. Do it. Give me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Boom. All right. You see? All right. So I have one contract left. That's my break-even point. That was a nice trade. That really was nice. You see that 09 was that area right there. What a nice trade. Aiming that 14. I don't really care about this one contract ES left because I think I could play this with the micros. Still have some micros on. Yeah, I think my timing in ES was excellent. My timing in micros was less good, but I need to filter a bit more on the micros here. I want to add three. I'm at 7 micros here. I This ES position really needs to blast now. I mean, I'm gonna maybe just not look. Let's be nimble on the ES here. Take off the risk. Small profit on the last contract. Went up to 3 contracts there, max. As you can see, the level has really given a great entry there. Seeing that 800, those sellers got trapped there. I mean, they tried to sell it down, and now, 11 got some decent selling here. The blocks came in. We're not out of the woods for the bulls. I think this 3110 is going to be a very tough area to hold, but if we reset here, I'm going to reset the micros. I still have 7 micros. I was not filled in. I'm not going to buy there. I'm going to just add maybe, I mean, I'll show you the market profile just again. I'm thinking this volume node is going to be played out, balance around it, try to get into this area. This 15, 16, 17 would be a good area to go look for. We have a core high here, unfinished business of the highs. We have everything telling us that this could definitely give us a good chance to break. Let's see how that works. But I'm going to be, yeah, I should have bought more of these micros. I think I have 10 of them. Trying to sell 5 here. Worst case, we'll have at least one runner. I mean, if I can maybe buy one more here, I'm gonna apply this pullback. 2 of them there, three here, right? So that's gonna give me 10. Uh, if we do end up flying, I could maybe sell some there. I don't want to sell everything. I'll try to keep always 1 or 2 runners on my micros. So that last trade I had on ES gave me 162 basically. Again, how many contracts did we play with that? It was 3 contracts, right? So you guys saw that. This was, so that's the last trade I did here on, you see the ES here, went with 3 contracts. The green there is the micros that are still running here. Micros that are, what, 17 bucks here. Although you see the blue here, that's the profit I have here. I have 7 running. Maybe we can get something going with that. Yeah, trying to add 3 here. Hopefully that could, I'm going to try to close these because I really don't know. I'm not comfortable keeping them. 3117, 3118 is most likely going to be a decent resistance. Not willing to play this. It's most likely a balanced day today. So we'll keep it at that for now. And I will try to come back to resume this and to maximize length on it, so on the video, so I don't want to exceed an hour here. So we're still in that 04, 05 area, low volume node, and pushing up to this 3110. It's really weird because sellers are not really being very aggressive above here, and I mean, Nasdaq is doing something totally different now. It's breaking lower. as you can see. So both markets are really not fully correlated here. Now I want you guys to pay attention to this. This is a new single print we just had here today, right? So this level, if I mean, if we're getting decent selling off this level, I would say that this is going to be a level to pay attention now from now on going forward. But I mean, if sellers can't expand beyond this, this could be an area where, you know, going long could be definitely a good uh, trade. I'm not blindly going long here, right? So I just want to give you guys an idea of what we could be looking for in these events. Again, the same level was a single print from before, so we've been testing those. We've developed time here, developed a lot of time here. Sellers are really getting into NASDAQ, but this is just basically poor structure that has been kind of repaired today. You know, these zones were not really retested once we had broken above them. So it's like demand areas, demand zones that got kind of created this day, which was June 2nd. And those same areas were never really retested. And now market's spending some time there. I mean, this thing could all come back all the way to 95.50 here. And, and I mean, I think we're going to get some decent two-sided trades around these levels. 84s, I mean, that's the TPOC time point control from that day. So again, I'm not doing any positions at the moment, but I'm just looking at the correlation between NQ and ES, and I think NQ is leading to the downside here. So most likely this poor high we had in I and J level were what some profile guys would say the afternoon pullback, you know. So we had a pullback, couldn't hold the 96.50 again, and I think sellers really, it was the sell side. You needed to be on the sell side today on NQ. Uh, I played it both ways, little gains here and there, but you know, like I said, if you don't get the execution at the right time, and it's tough to chase now. And I would not want to be selling because I know that we could decently get balanced rotational trades off these levels. And we're going to probably create a new high volume node here, and we're going to have to see how this develops. The market developed a good volume node here, a volume node here. It's going to be a probably a good triple distribution day kind of profile for NQ today. All right, here we are. Got some nice trades in. Was a bit aggressive here. I have 4 ESs running, and that was a great trade here at the 94s. I don't know if you guys were able to see this, but this area here held perfectly, and it was a nice imbalance where buyers just stepped in at the 94s. Okay, so I have three runners. I'm gonna take profits here, one there. I'm gonna just put one here, and then we're gonna basically stop out at 150 bucks. Leave that there. We're gonna give these two one a nice trade. Yeah. All right. So here is the reason why. We're 3:30 p.m. now. I've got the same thing running on the NQ here. Uh, give me 2 seconds. I just have to monitor my NQ positions. I have 30, lots of MQs. Basically, how you call it? The micros. I'm gonna have to be a bit more strategic with these here. Let them run. Let them run. I, I did a good accumulation of them. Selling them well. I'm gonna have to put 10 at least here, man. This is going to be a great M period that will just basically fly out the gate. That's exactly what happened here. All right, so I still have some runners. Gotta be careful here. I think my dome might be lagging a bit, so guys, sorry for that. 10 positions left. Now, 10 positions left. So boom. Okay, so let's get 4 there. Let's cancel this, cancel that, cancel this. And I think my dome is frozen. Damn, I don't like when that happens. Just can't cancel. What's going on? Everything's disconnecting. The internet's slowing down. Not fun when that happens, but okay, I have 6 left. I want to run 2 there. I want to get 4 here. 1 there, 3, 1, 2, and 3. Get that out of the way. All right, I have 6 runners left. 3 will close here. ES, great trade on ES. I want to put 1 stop right there. 1 right there. I'm going to keep 1 runner on ES. Trying to keep 3 runners on NQ. What a beauty. That was a great trade, honestly. Was able to really time those well. Hopefully I can show you guys that. We'll let ES run, 1 trade running. Yeah, I still have 5 left on MQ. I'm gonna try to nimble maybe a couple out of the micros here. So I'm gonna try to keep, like I said, try to keep 3 runners, 3 stops there. These 2 stops will at least stop out. If I can't get this one to stop out, I'll probably stop this one out. All right. I have 4 running now. All right, so I think we're gonna get stopped out on 1. And nope, didn't touch us. It's all good. So 1 ES running. Stop. This 95 area was a good one. My entry was excellent on ES, and I think that's pretty much what I wanted to do. If we can keep it at, I mean, I'm not gonna think. I don't think it's going to, but this 3106 is very key here. We're gonna leave it at that. So I'll try to do a wrap up of maybe 5 minutes in this one here. I've already exceeded an hour. So this is M period on ES. M period is the last 30 minutes of the session. I think we've got a decent excess that the market will give us to play with overnight and probably the next couple of days. So I always make sure to draw these out. For now, I'm just gonna draw it, but I mean, we still have some time before the market closes, right? So this is the excess that I'm gonna keep. Maybe I'm just gonna actually play with it this way. Uh, let's just keep it at that for now. I generally put the excesses differently. Actually, I'm just gonna keep them here. Copy that, and for now, this is the excess zone. So this is going to be June 4th, 2020, excess. Excess. All right. Keep it like that. And if I can maybe just copy that, it could generally give me the same thing. So we'll just delete that one. Oops. So it's been a pretty decent volatility today. One little detail, it's an engulfing candle, means that this session from yesterday has been engulfed by this one, which sets up for a mighty Friday that will be very, very interesting to see. So that excess, I still think this 3106 could be the main determining uh, level for ES. Same thing for NQ. NQ is got, for now, I just want to see if the market could close above this single print, which is 96.18. It looks like sellers have defended it. We've got a low volume node here. That's pretty interesting to see, honestly. Low volume node, could this be the major area where, we have sellers stepping up? I don't want to be a buyer in this market unless NQ is able to really create a good support above this area. I'm very, very cautious about this now. All these previous the red zones I had here, their previous single prints. I think this one will be very important if we get there. 95.56, all right, and as you can see, this TPOC 86 held perfectly. Wow, that's tremendous, unbelievable. And from there, I think we're gonna have to gradually rotate above, and I still think this 96.50, the initial area where sellers took control, that could be a very important area. Other than that, I just want to highlight the TPOC of today. Okay, so now, just want to put this out before, I believe, this is just me, when we have two TPOCs that are very close to each other, all right? This happened previously in NQ. This thing loves to float around TPOC. Look at this. We had these previous TPOCs, all right? These areas became unbelievably, oops, I think I didn't do that right. These are blue areas here, okay? Obviously, I don't want to go back too far, but those blue areas were previous TPOCs that were very important. I think this 96.57 to 76, that 20-point range here, that gave us a nice high volume node. This is my experience that says NQ will have a hard time getting above this 96.50. Take it for that. I think we're going to have NQ between 96.50, 76, and this 85 area for now. 85 goes away. I believe we could get decent buyers coming back in at these levels. We are June 4th, 2020. Want to keep it like this for now, and hopefully this helps. Like I said, I'm not actually going to put that on Twitter right away because I still think that my NQ analysis have generally been spot on. Okay, and we'll keep it at that. I believe this area, and I'm going to say this area. This is where sellers want to keep control. Initially, we'll need sellers to keep control here. What is this? 96, 96.18, and we'll see. Because I think that sellers have definitely have good room. We're gonna have to play around this area. This is my zone for overnight. Enjoy it. So we have some decent buying into the close. It's 4 p.m., close to 4 p.m. I'm not convinced still yet because NQ is still in that same zone, and I believe I think we should have more of a short bias on both markets. Again, 3106. If we do close above there in ES, I'm going to say it's very neutral, but I think ES wants to come back, touch this area. I have some micros running here, and hopefully, you remember that one contract ES I have two to sell here because I want to gradually get into a sell position at those levels. I have some levels that I've basically just jotted out here. 15 minutes to close. I'm going to be a bit more aggressive, but I think what I want to do is I want to close this MES position I had running. Now, for some weird reason, my system is just blocking me here. Hopefully, we can get them done. All right, so that's 6 left. 5 runners there. Okay, let's keep 2, 4, 5. Here we are. I have 5 left. Actually, 6 left. Sorry. Put maybe 1 there. Gone. 5 left. And then I'm going to get into a short position on ES. I want all the way, I'm on the micros here. So the 17 to the 11s, I will start a short position for the overnight. Yes, I'm a bit aggressive. Like I said, it's the process. I want to keep the process running. I'm going to show you guys here. So that was the 4 p.m. bell. And this is going to be a pretty amazing close to the markets. NQ night at 96.50. Do I have? I just want to double check if I have micro NQs positions running here. Nope, and my data is getting all right here. So again, like I said, this area 3106. I still think we're gonna float around these areas for the overnight. So I'm gonna go in with a short bias. Want to gradually. Okay, so I have one contract short on ES. I'm gonna go in some contracts short on the micros. You know what? Let's just keep it at that. If I can get two or 300 bucks on this, or maybe it gets stopped out, who cares? So that was a nice trade, tremendous trade to be honest. So we'll post that, and I'm gonna end the video here. So this is June 4th, 2020. I still have 5 runs on the micros here. I'm gonna leave it at that, and just to show you guys the way I have set up my NQ position. So that's 96.50. I still think these areas are gonna look low volume here, low volume areas here. So I think we're gonna be rotational here. All right. Enjoy your day. Hope this helps. I'm done for today. It's June 4th, 2020, and I'll try to record more of these in the future. All right. Bye bye.